My name is Kelly Amos, and I'm a health coach. And today I want to talk to you about, I've been doing this little series on my sneak peek into my September group. And we've been talking about exercise and how to plan and what to do, what type of exercise. We've also, the last video that I did was on nutrition, and this is like the second thing to be considering about nutrition. So what I've been doing is just giving you a little bit of information so that you can see the things that we're going to be working on and diving a little bit deeper into as a group as well as an individual. And I just want to say that this has been incredibly popular, so I'm going to be closing registration early. I don't want to dilute my ability to coach effectively, and so I am going to be closing this. So I will post the link to the sneak peek. So if this is your first time coming in, hi Tammy, if this is your first time coming in, or you've missed a few of the videos and want to catch up on them, then you can either scroll through my timeline, or I am posting them in the group, and I will post the link to that open group. It's open to the public right now, so you can get in there, see what it's about. I've also uploaded some files that are going to be applicable to what I'm talking about today. So today we're talking about food, nutrition, balancing, how to maintain weight. So far through the questionnaire, nobody is doing the group so that they can gain weight, and it can get really challenging. There's so many different options as far as what is the best diet, what's the healthiest thing, what's the best thing for me to do. And really, as I said in the previous video about nutrition, it really is mostly about awareness and finding balance first. The first thing that you need to do is find balance. And in order to do that, there are a lot of different ways to do that, to really see where you are. Remember, as I talked about accessing your location, or seeing, what does your nutrition really look like. Most people, on average, will overestimate their caloric expenditure in a day, so how many calories they're burning either in their workout or throughout the day, and most people will underestimate their caloric expenditure, and that is both by about 10% on average. So on average, we overestimate how many calories we burned by 10%, and we underestimate how many calories we consumed by 10%. But there are a couple other variables that go into that. And there are two different types of overeating. There's active overeating and there's passive overeating. Active overeating is when you are just, your portions are bigger, and there's a difference between portion and serving. A portion is how much you're choosing to eat. A serving is an actual measurement, so that's what you're going to be seeing on nutritional labels. So that's something that you really want to consider. Not, you might be eating the whole thing, but if you look on the nutritional facts label, that actually eating that whole thing was actually 2.5 servings. So you need to multiply all of everything that's in there by 2.5%. Or excuse me, by 2.5 times. So a portion is really it's what you're choosing. It's what you're choosing, and there is a portion amount that would be applicable as far as what your body needs, and does go along the lines with a caloric range. And I also uploaded in the group today something about the problems with counting calories in and counting calories out. So you do have access to that, again, until I make that group closed. So I'm going to show you a couple different tools, and these are things that I use with my clients, and I really vary it by whatever works for them. The main thing is, what works for you. So you may be familiar with these containers. These are originated with 21 Day Fix, the Beachbody program, but they kind of revolutionized portion control. So they go along with every single program that Beachbody has now. And every color represents a food group, a category. And so you have a chart, which I've uploaded in the group, so again, you can visit there to see that, and it will tell you, based on what your current weight is, how many times you should be filling this container in a day. I personally have used these, and it was surprising. Again, that's how this is my favorite tool for accessing your location as far as your eating. One thing that I do though is I keep my purple and my yellow in sight all the time. And so the reason that I do that is this is my carbohydrates, and so I want to make sure that I'm eating the right amount, because this is an area that I could overdo. And then the purple is fruit, and I keep this visible because I'm just not a fruit eater. It's not that I don't like it, I just don't really have that sweet palate. It's more of a treat for me. And so I need to make sure that I am eating enough fruit in a day. And some, like the green, I have no problem. I'm pretty much done with my greens, within an hour of waking up. I have no problem with my greens, whereas some people might be overdoing it in their purple but not getting enough veggies. So that's where you can kind of balance it out, and you're getting, if it fits in the container, it's a measurement. It does provide some measurement value to it. That I've tried with some people, and they hate it. I don't want to measure stuff. It's just too time consuming, and it's not convenient, and it doesn't make sense to them. So I've uploaded I'm a precision nutrition certified coach, and so I've uploaded an infographic that they use that is awesome, because precision, you've always got your hand with you, so it's more of a hand measurement. So you can use the size of your hand, size of your fist, or size of your thumb. The bigger you are, the more you probably weigh, and so your hand is going to be bigger, so your portion should be bigger. So that it's a very straightforward way to kind of eyeball, but again, it's an estimate. So finding something that really, you guys, it really, the important thing is an awareness. So even if you were choosing to follow a diet, you probably will lose weight because you're paying attention, again, because it's an awareness. And the more you do that, the more you just incorporate and make that kind of a habit, the less likely you are to grab, you're just grabbing things because you're hungry, because you want to fill that belly. And remember, I talked about how we feed ourselves with our eyes. Oh, that looks good. With our nose, oh, that smells so good. With our mouth, our tongue, with our taste, oh, that tastes so good. And with our belly, oh, I'm starving. We need to feed with ourselves, and just having more of an awareness of where, if you're hungry, you can be thinking of, okay, but I've had plenty of this today. I've had plenty of this. I don't need any more of this. What I need is more of this. So this is where I'm going to go. And so it's just stopping for a moment to make the right choice, to make the healthy choice, rather than giving in to just this random grab and go thing that we all get into. So that's another thing as far as the nutrition that we'll be talking about. Well, I'll help you find something that works for you so that you can just have an awareness. It's very beginner when you get there, so I might be talking to some people like, oh yeah, I got that dialed in, and you want to take your nutrition, and so it's what you're choosing to put in here. So what is the quality of the nutrients that you're putting in? Where's the quality? And then we can even get into timing of your nutrients, because your body is prepared to take on some nutrients at some points of your day than others, as well as pre or post exercise, what's best there. So again, these are all things that I'm going to be covering, I'm going to be introducing in September. And my goal with that group is really to help you learn consistency and start to, health and fitness is on a continuum. And it's maybe just moving the needle a little bit further to the healthier side, and just making some better choices and learning how to do that, and what is best for you. What's the better choice for you? Again, I'm going to post the link to the free sneak peek Facebook group, so you can visit there. And I'm also going to post the link to the registration. It's kellyamos.info. You have to register in order to get into the group. I'm closing the registration on Monday because I need to limit the time, and I need to have enough time to speak with each person so that we can get you set up properly with everything that you're going to need and want to have for you to be successful in the group, okay? Thank you so much for listening and watching this, and share it with somebody if you think that they'd like it. Hey, JC! And hope you're having a great weekend.